Now you say the Most High gave His word to everybody, right?
That bond is you living out right now. That bond is why you at the bus stop right now.
You understand? The scripture says, if any man speak, let him speak of the oracles of God. They think the law is a small thing.
Separate, man. We are separate from these other nations, man.
That's right.
In our poverty, in our hand, I'm going to come and deliver the broken, destroyed, messed up, poor, impoverished people. I'm going to save.
Yo, niggas ain't tough. Yo, niggas ain't tough. You yo niggas ain't tough.
Hey, Shalom Israel. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua Barakatah. Yahweh Shema Alatah Ba'Shem Yahushua to all the sisters, man. Listen, it's Captain 13,000, a card of a rhyme, checking in with the Israelite School of UPK under Commander Junior Hunt.
Power, and you know we not no cowards. Oh, you on that?
Listen, man, this year's 52nd annual Passover. Hold on, I'm gonna say it one more time. This year's 52nd annual Passover under Commander Junior Hunter under the ISUPK. Couldn't do it last year. Y'all already know the Lord had his foot on our oppressor's neck.
Here in New York City, there are roughly 1,000 cases a day. Those are numbers they haven't seen since May.
Can't do it in New York this year because the Lord still got his foot on our oppressor's neck.
New York, the center of the outbreak this spring, is now teetering on another deadly explosion of the virus.
But listen to me good. This year, 52nd annual Passover, April 24th, 2021. You understand? It's gonna be in H-Town, baby.
It's gonna be at the B&H Ranch, 14149 Players Street, Houston, Texas.
Y'all know what we do. Y'all know what we came to do.
2021, ISUPK, 52nd annual Passover. All the generals gonna be there. All the heavy hitters gonna be there. The daughters of Zion gonna step out with their beautiful long dresses, you understand? Strong on deck. That One West style music on deck. 52nd annual Passover.
B&H Ranch, 14149 Players Street, Houston, Texas.
Get with it to get lost, man.
Got it out the mud, straight up out the base. The world done made me crazy. The world done turned crazy.
You dealing with the middle war. We at war. I sided with the Lord, of course. On one accord. We ain't never stopping now. You running now. All my niggas go to ground. We go.
West till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. One West till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. They ain't scaring me. Rip the soul out of Pharisee. Speaking heresy and get you fucked up apparently. It's like they daring me. I said chill, they ain't hearing me. They ain't listening. Every bar nitroglycerin. Hit your heart, bring it back to start, make you live again. Get them dividends or we start getting ignorant. I be on that soldier shit. I told you shit phenomenal. Nah, but he abdominal. So what you suckers trying to do? Rhyming comical. Guess it's funny until I'm bombing you. Bring apocalypse to them pussy niggas that's popping shit. Team of all-stars, I coach them up like I'm Popovich. Fuck the politics and the lobbyists and apologists. They vagina, so we gon' check them like gynecologists. It's kinda obvious how the situation is ominous. The way I vomit this and regurgitate for the audience. They start applauding this cause the competition is fraudulent. From the era where niggas smoke you up like a parliament. The flow been stupid, shit has gotten retarded since. All the dominance of one West rising to prominent. Cause I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. They want a nigga quiet, mute my maneuvers, but I ride like I got Groupon for Uber. Rhymes hard like they been viewed by Medusa. 9 milli Luger, 17 in the Ruger. Only need a few to sit up in your medulla. Obligata for the regatta, niggas wildin', they win every dollar. They riding by in black Impalas, let the semi holler. A showstopper, been the proper since a teeny bopper. But now I'm going, I'm off Patron, a premium of vodka. I put extensions on the Glock, modified the chopper. The swore heavy, war ready, and that's working mama. No marijuana, say I got the loudest silence on it. When I'm up on it, ain't no rapper do it like I do it. A lot of spitties and writers, but when they heat's on, none of them can get to the fire around with me. And I had a nigga spin like a tire, down the deep. And I'm still dope as a piper. Every bar burn hard like a spoon with a lighter. Fuel to igniter, I'm winning, coming through with the title because UP. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me.
Shalom Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua Barakam. Shalom Yahweh Shema Alatam Bahashem Yahushua. This is the La-Sha-Wan Kodash, the Holy Tongue. We are the ISUPK, started out of 1 West on the 25th Street, Harlem, New York in 1969. And today we're under Commandant General Yohanan, and what they were doing in 69, we do the same thing today. And that is to tell the truth of the Bible. And what is that truth? The truth that's in the Bible that Christians don't teach you is that blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, Native American Indians, are in fact who? The lost children of Israel. The same Israel that Moses told Pharaoh, the Most High said, let my people go. I'm Officer Thousand Mashar, and this is the Friday afternoon La-Sha-Wan Kodash class, ISUPK, coming to you out of Detroit. And of course, we're going to start like we always start, and we're going to start at the beginning. So get ready, get your pens, get your paper. However you keep your notes, remember in this class, we believe if you write it, if you read it out loud, you're going to learn something and you're going to keep it. So that's why we tell you to get your pen, get your paper, and write down what we do. This is not, one of those classes where you observe. That's all you have to do is observe. No. The scriptures say, the kingdom cometh not by observation. Kingdom of the Most High cometh not by observation. So like, right here. Right. Let me cut that down. And here we go. We're going to start at the beginning again. I'm Officer Thousand Mashar. got the Detroit camp. What we see at the top, La-Sha-Wan Quadash. That's the name of the class. What the La-Sha-Wan Quadash is, it is the holy tongue. Let's start with that explanation right there. The holy tongue, or the holy language. You see the word tongue used in the Bible, particularly the New Testament, a few times, and it simply means language. That's what it means there, it's language. So, La-Sha-Wan Quadash is the holy tongue or the holy language. Why is it holy? Well, the La-Sha-Wan Quadash, the holy tongue, right? Prior to the Tower of Babel. Y'all know about the Tower of Babel? Where the languages were confused? Prior to the Tower of Babel, the La-Sha-Wan Quadash, or the holy tongue, was the language in the land. In this particular area, this was the language throughout the earth. But when the Most High confused the tongues, the La-Sha-Wan Quadash continued to come down to the Israelites. Everybody else changed their tongues. Now understand, we all started from who? Noah. No, I'm going to say Adam, right? Well, we all come from Adam. We do. We all come from Adam. But the La-Sha-Wan Quadash, the language given to Adam, the language that Noah spoke, the language that Noah's son spoke, is the language that Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob spoke, the forerunners of the nation of Israel. And that is what we teach today, the La-Sha-Wan Quadash. The La-Sha-Wan Quadash. And we have characters. If you get these characters, and this is always at the beginning, and for a few minutes here, I'm not going to cut to the chat room. I do like hearing what y'all got to say, y'all comments and everything. But I want to get this out. I do want to get this out. These characters, if you learn the characters, by goodness, you can speak the language. Because our characters fit together much more simple or simpler than English and Chinese and any other language. I mean, it's just too easy. Watch this. A, ba, ga, da, ha, wa, za, ka, ha. That's that gullible right there. That's ta, ya, ka, if I may. Ka is la. Just because of the fact that that's you accept it. So Lakia, Israel. I'm doing everything right to left. La, ma, na. Got that? Ta, ya, ka, la, ma, na. After na is the sa, I, pa, jaza, Qua, Ra, Sha, and finally, Tha. These are characters. These are our characters. And if you take the time to learn the characters, Abba, Yada, Ha, Waza, Ka, Ta, Ya, Ka, La, Ma, Na, Sa, I, Pa, Ta, Za, Qua, Ra, Sha, and Tha. If you just simply take the time to learn, let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 22 characters. You know 26 ABCs. See that? 22 characters. 22 characters. You learn your characters, you learn the sound of the characters, and by simply pronouncing the characters, you're going to pronounce, you'll be able to read and pronounce 50% of the Hebrew words you run into. Or at least 50%. All right? We're still at the beginning. The other 50% you may not pronounce because of this little thing right here. What we call that, we went through this last week. Of course, this is called a connector, a connector that connects a letter or a character to another character. You see that? This Y is connected to this Na. Now what happens? Well, what does this do when this takes place? Real simple. If I got a Y, and I got a Na and say, how do I read that word? It would be why not? It would be why not? Why? Because this is a Y, this is a Na. We can see it right up here. This is a Y. This is a Y. And this is a Na over here. This is a Na. We can see it plainly, it would be why not? But then you put the connector in. Now this changes the sound of the second character to a softer sound, a subordinate sound. So instead of this being why not, meaning the not is the sound of itself, it becomes wan, where instead of that being a na, it's being an in as in can. You see that? As in can. You see, as in kind. That's how you pronounce that na now, as you would do in the word can, or as you would do in the word kind. So this is what? Wan. This is wan. La-Sha-Wan. You get that? So the connector softens the second character that it's connected to. And if this should be on the test somewhere, only 2 letters are connected. You will not see this. How can I put it? You will not see that where all 3 letters are connected. You see that? You will not see that. Only 2 letters are connected. 2, not letters, but characters. Only 2 characters are connected at a time. I know, we still basic, but like I said before, we stick with the basics because we want everyone to learn. If we had our way, we wouldn't leave anybody behind. You see what I'm saying? We know that this devil is trying to destroy has destroyed all of us. And now he's trying to prolong his days. So what we're going to do, we're going to be as gentle, as wide open, and as outreaching to our people as possible. You see that? As possible. So, those are your characters from the beginning. Now I'm going to open it up to questions. All right? Let me get the chat room brought up. Yep. Okay, that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for this. All right. Where we want to go first today? We will get to conversations. We will get to conversations because that is our goal between now and Passover. Well, I move around a lot, so what I need to know in my moving around, is it affecting the audio in a negative way? Let me know. If it is, give me a 2 in the chat room. If it's not, if you don't see any, if the audio is just straight up good for you, just give me a 1 in the chat room. But if you got anything that might be going on with the audio or how you hear me, give me a 2 in the chat room. I'm gonna give y'all something I don't know if y'all had before, holy or pure tongue. Let's take a look up Zephaniah 3, verse 9. We're gonna look up that real quick. We're gonna give you a little bit of this, a little bit of that, as always. And what we say, we want Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 9. You know what? I'm gonna give you some of the symbolic meaning, and this may help some people. This may very well help some people. Here we go. All right. Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 9. Y'all listen now. I know, learning the language may not be something, y'all think to be holy, or y'all learn to be holy. That's because of the lies and the deception of this Christian society called America. I won't separate the Christian church from this society we live in. They dominate everything. So this hasn't been learned in the Christian society. So this is what it says: for then will I turn to the people, a pure language. A pure language. Now, who's going to return to the people? The Most High is going to give the people. He's going to turn the people to a pure language, holy tongue. We're going to get our old language back. That they may all call upon the name of the Lord to serve him with one consent. It makes sense. It makes sense that we have the same tongue keeping us in one consent. What that shows, it says serving the Lord in one consent. Language is almost as if it automatically creates brotherhood. I see it among my Latino brothers. And it's a beautiful thing. I've never envied them for speaking Spanish when they decided to, even though everybody around them was speaking English and probably didn't understand Spanish, or few did. We see it in the heathens, in the Arabs. We see it in the East Indians. We see it in the Chechens. We see it in the Jewish men. They all are connected to each other by language. Let me explain what English is in our day. English in our day is nothing more than the business or a monetary language. This is the language of business, the language of finance right now. This is the language of finance, you see. When Chinese want to get deep, they speak Mandarin to one another. When Koreans want to get deep, they speak Hangul to one another. The Most High gave us our own language way back then. And these people in this earth, these heathens in this earth, they have stolen it away from us. They have tricked us so much that we don't even know who we are. Thus, we are considered who? The lost sheep of Israel. Now, let me enlighten you, show you a little bit of how your language came to be, and whether it makes some symbolism in your language. We're going to start with the I, Baba Kasha. That's the I. But what does this I represent? This I is meant to really paint a picture. And this is what you got. This I represents the picture. Watch this. You see that? And if I draw all this stuff out, cattle. Believe it or not, cattle. And here's the funny thing. This is how they remember. This is how our language came to be. This symbol here represents the head of an ox. You see what I'm saying? Or of cattle. You know, got all that, the legs and all that, right? The tail, you know, of a cow. You see? A cattle. Allah. You see? Allah. And it's actually called Allah. Allah. But we're not going to get deep in that. We're just going to call it the I. You see that? Now, what's our next symbol? What's our next character? See that? Ba. And you know what it really represents? Look at it now. Look at it. See that? A house. See that? A house. A is cattle. Ba is house. A, ba. Now, originally, even before this, 11 got close to, as much as it could, to look like what it represented. You see what I'm saying? This is the Ga. Now under this is the Ba, but it's not just Ba, it's Ba-Yath. You got the Alap, the Ba-Yath, the Gamal, the Dalaf, the Wawa, the Zayan, the Yad, the Kap. You see that? And then you got the Mayam, you got the Samak, the Ayan, you got the Pa, the Ra'ash, the Shan, and the Thawa. That's what they call. That's what they call. This is the origination of it. But of course, we say the the Ba, and the Ga. See that? And believe it or not, the Ga is Gamal is really what? A camel, the hump of a camel. Just a little bit, there's more to just your characters than meets the eye. Such as the Ka, you know, the Ka is the palm of the hand. Look at that. See that? It's the palm of the hand. Watch this. The Ya is the hand itself. You see that? The Ya is the hand itself. And of course, the Za is a weapon. The Za is a weapon. So our characters in our language have symbolic meaning. And I just found out real quick how crazy that is for me to try to draw out every character, every symbolic meaning there is. Rather than draw it out, I'm going to tell you what it is. The A is cattle, or the alap. The alap is cattle. That's what the A is, the symbolic meaning. The Ba is a house. Abaga is the camel, or the gamal. Gamal, or the camel. The dalaf, or the dalaf is the door, or the tent flap to the house. You see that? It's the door. And then the wa, or the wa, is a fish hook. The za, or the zayan, is a weapon. The ya, or the yad, is a hand. I showed you that one. Is the hand. And the ka, or this is called the kap. It's the ka. And it's the palm of the hand, not just the hand, but the palm of the hand. You see that? And you know that felt so natural. It's amazing that many of us are excellent at sign language and learn so quickly. Where was I at? The ma, or the mayam. So look at that, what you think that represents. Think about this. This is so apropos. What is that? If I do that, what am I doing? What am I putting up in there? As opposed to that. And I know it's just doodling. And I know it's just doodling. Well, your ma represents water if you didn't get that, and I'm not really rushing. Y'all gonna hear some noise periodically, because it's not quite spring yet. It's getting there up here in Michigan, and we have to finagle with the heat every now and then to keep things comfortable. So you're gonna hear some noise. The heater kicking in shortly. Where were we at? We was at the water, which is the ma, or the mayam, and then you got the samak, or the sa, or the samak. Come on now. This should be so easy. Just have some banners flying off from the sun now, right? It's a flagpole. You know, it's just some banners hanging off the end of that. You see what I'm saying? And this is how people knew what the letters meant, you know. And believe this or not, boom. The I, this is our I, right? And the symbolism for this is, how you like it now? An I. The symbolism for it is an I. So I is I. That's the ancient symbolism for it. And understand, the symbolism simply gave the reader a way to talk. Understand that the pa is the mouth. See that? It's simply the mouth. That's the pa. Symbolism for the pa is the mouth. Before that was the eye, then the mouth, and then you got, and the pa is actually called the pa. The eye is called the ayam, and the sa is called the samak. See that? And the ma is the mayam. See that? All right. And where are we now? We are at the ra, the ra, right? The ra is actually the ra'ash. The ra'ash, and it represents the head. See that? The Ra simply represents the head. And so, if you look at the Ra, you know that's got to be the nose or something out here, right? After the Ra comes the what? It's the Sha or the Shan. The Shan, and this is what it represents. Watch this. It represents the tooth. That's the Sha. Might be upside down too, I don't know. But that's its symbolic meaning is tooth. And the last letter is Tha. Crazy enough. It should be considered a signpost, so it represents a sign. You see that? How about that? Not a cross, but a sign. It represents a sign. What am I missing? I'm missing somebody. Oh, I know what this is. These are the originals. Symbolic meaning of the originals. Abba, Gada, Waza. Yeah, there's some skipping going on. Yeah, I got a ha in here, you know. But that's okay. That's okay. This is the original. And that's what the symbolic meaning of those are. Alright, what we're going to do, we're going to take a break, listen to one of these songs, see if y'all have any questions, and we'll go from there.
Warrior with the hands, that's what I'm all about. Hunger in my eyes, vengeance in my mouth. They don't want no altercation. Situation gon' get critical. It's best that you be easy. The end gon' be biblical. Look, flow like a river. It's something like a miracle. Royalty in my veins, loyalty in my ways. Payback in every breath, plus revenge in my heart. The truth in every word. Bring light into the dark. And I ain't never lukewarm. Shit, I blazing in the season. Got plenty food for thought. Just gotta watch who I'm feeding. And I been walking with them angels. So I guess I got this pistol for no reason. Niggas barely breathing, criticizing all my achievements. Won't make me weak. Nah, it won't make me slack off. These niggas baby fat soft. Better bear witness or back off. I be ripping shit like sackcloth. Dumb dogs all barked out. Behind me say I cup full. No room for emotion. So I pour my heart out. This road hard, but I intend to stay. And if it ain't UPK, then they in the way. My niggas righteous, they real, they down to suffer. Flow so deep, they drown a motherfucker. He say he in the truth, oh yeah? Bro, this the home. And I don't hate them brothers, I'm just too loyal to my own. Plus what they believe, hard for me to follow. No rank me, no head, and I ain't leaving this body to live and sleep in hollow. So when they ask I'm UPK, you tell them absolutely. And I ain't trimming my ways for nothing, gotta execute me. Cause I can never die with my tail tucked between my legs. Shit I be thinking, watching my daughters tucked in their bed. They so smart, and Alana, she so beautiful. But they ain't like other babies, and they daddy far from usual. Now I'm missing cause I'm about my father's business. It ain't about the shit I used to do in that 98 Navy, the tan leather seats. See, without wisdom, this world make you weak. I found out that the truth was bitter, the lies are sweet. Tried everything, I guess me and Johanna had to meet. Now I make the blind see, and I make the dead speak. and teach both my little girls the day that they lie with a man, they better bring me bloody bed sheets. Chaos match the time, this Glock match my handpiece, and I ain't trying to take him out, but I will defend this house. Or take a check, 144 in that black trench on some hitman shit. She call me 47, praying for Armageddon. Me and my soldiers dressed for the wedding. Fuck the fame, ask why, tell them I'm loyal to the king. Until the righteous reign, loyal to the king. I walk that straight lane to break the chain. Loyal to the king, them devils can't have me, bitch. I'm loyal to the king. That's right. Bring that hot flame, new bitch, they loyal to the king. Until the righteous reign, loyal to the king. I walk that straight lane to break the chain. Loyal to the king, them devils can't have me, bitch. I'm loyal to the king. Bring that hot flame, new bitch, they loyal to the king.
Oh my God. Salakia. Y'all haven't heard the words I said, have y'all? Salakia. Salakia, Salakia, Salakia. I just saw it was off. Let me start over. Okay, this is what I need from you. We're going into last week. We reaching back to last week. Salakia for the technical right there. But this is what I need in Hebrew. Hello. How are you? What is your name? I need you to write that in Hebrew. Do it in the chat room. Hello. How are you? What is your name? And for extra, like I said before, for extra credit, respond to how are you, but I'm fine. Or something of that nature. All right. So y'all with me now? So Lakia, Israel, my sound was off. I do a thing with the music, so, and that normally changes the microphone setting. So Salakia, you got what we're looking for. You got what we're looking for, and that is, hello, how are you, and what is your name? Those are three different things I want you to do. And just to show me what you're working with, those who want to answer this one, also include, I am fine, I'm okay, or however you want to do it. In the Hebrew. I can't believe I went on for 2-3 minutes. Yeah, I went on for 2-3 minutes. Haven't played this song. I gotta remember when I play them songs, it kills the microphone. Hello, hello, how are you? I'm fine. And what is your name? 4 things. Who feels up to that? Who feels they can bring that back to me in the Hebrew? Can you bring that back to me in the Hebrew? And if you got the Hebrew characters, you got the La-Sha-Wan characters, no problem. That would be great. If you can type in your keyboard and it actually comes up in the Hebrew characters, that'll be even more, because I sure want to put that, show folks you working with that. So, here we go. This is how we learn, people. This is how we learn. We can't be ABCing it all day long. And these are the simple ones. You do it all the time. I mean, well, maybe I'm a nerd, but we've always, since I was a little boy, I can remember back, we're going to imitate somewhat other language saying, like Ola. At 9, I found out that wasn't Hola. You know what I'm saying? Because what? We always imitating languages. Languages are easy to us. Languages are easy to us. So give me what I'm asking for here. Let's see where you are with this. This is your language. This is the one language that you can say you own. This is the language on the face of the earth that don't belong to anybody else, and only a Hebrew can teach you this. You see that? Only an Israelite can teach you this. Just like that Bible, right? You know why Black, Hispanics, and so-called Native Indians are so messed up in America? Because we learn our understanding of the Bible from somebody who don't understand the Bible. Why? Because they never can understand the Bible. What makes me so sure? Psalms 147, verses 19 and 20. That's what makes me so sure. They was never supposed to have the Bible. You know what the Bible is? The law, statute, commandments of the Most High. That's what's inside the Bible. You want to keep it simple? What's inside that book, inside that ark, is the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High, period. To who? His children. And his children are who? Israel. You see that? Hebrews. To his children. That's all that's in there. Is a message to his children. So since the message is to his children, how can anybody else's children understand the message? You see that? The Most High has raised nobody up except for Israel. Except for Israel. Come on, people. I'm going to give it to you. But I do have to express a little disappointment. I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to give it to you. But I'm going to express some disappointment. This is not that hard. We are getting ready for Passover. You know how many brothers and sisters you're going to see, your own brothers and sisters you're going to see, and you're not going to know how they're doing? You're surely not going to know their name. Don't you want to be able to ask your brother, ask your sister, what is their name? In your own language. In your own language. I'm definitely with that. But we're gonna keep on pushing. Okay. And watch this. I'm a shot, so you ever run into any one of my wives, they'll tell you he that way. Hello. Don't think I'm finna write this in English, okay? Oh, do not think I'm gonna write this in English. Hello. Shalom. I guess this is that right? There we go. That's much better. See that? The first one, hello. How are you? Y'all know I'm messing with y'all, right? Y'all know I'm messing with you. But this is actually true. And then what is your name? Well, if I was telling you, I think if that was me, I'd be offended. I'm telling you, you can't just walk over me with that much damn Hebrew. Okay, I see y'all. All right. Salakia. I see y'all. What we got? Sister DD is on the case. She wrote Shalom, Ma Shalamka. I like that. She prefaced Ma Shalamka. Notice that she went with the ka. Shalom, Ma Shalom Ka. Sis, did you put that before I wrote this, or did you already have that, or did you write what I wrote? Because I want you to write what I want you to come up with this before I write it down. Okay? Ma Shalom Ka. That's exactly what I wrote. Shalom, Ma Shalom Ka. The sister can read this Hebrew. Now, that's how she came up with it. I ain't got nothing bad to say about that. Good job, sister. Shemaiah. Okay, let me see. We're going to get there. We're going to go in order that you got it up here. since you responded, Shalom, ma shalom ka, is how are you? That's right. And ma shamka, is that right? Ma shamka, is that what we got? I want you to look at that again. How are you? I want you to look at the. Okay, hold on. Hold on. What you got here? Shalom, ma shalom ka. How are you? That's right. That's the beginning. Ma shamka. What is your name? Shemaya, my name is. I know you wrote it before, but we try to get everybody else involved too. So here we go. How are you is absolutely ma shalom ka. The sister got that right. Ma shalom ka. That's this right here. How are you? Shalom is peace. You know that, right? Or hello. You see that? Hello, how are you? How are you? Okay? Shalom ya. Is that right? Shah. Something's not written right there, right? Mashamka, what is your name? I want my name is. That should be Salakia. Salakia. I put Shalom. Yeah. It's not Shalom. Yeah. Salakia. It's actually Shamya. See that? It's actually, my name is Shamya. It's Shamya. This is my name is right here. Shamya. And this say Tawaba or Tawab. Slacky. My bad. I had it right the first time. Shalom ya. Okay. This is the extra credit right here. I'm up here confusing myself. This is your extra credit right here because I asked you to what? Respond to how are you? Shalom ya Tawa. I'm fine. Shalom ya, or my peace is good. That's the response to how are you? And then on the bottom we got Masham Ka. What is your name? What is your name? Masham Ka. You got that? We're going to hit this again next week too. Y'all know that, right? Y'all know we're going to hit it again next week. All right, I need everybody else to respond too now. We don't want just one sister responding. And look, don't get scared. Let me explain what the kingdom is not, okay? Let me explain what the kingdom is not. The kingdom is not everything that's going on and everything that's said and every perspective that's looked from in America under Israelite rule. No. That's not the kingdom. You see what I'm saying? And it don't make sense for that to be the kingdom. The kingdom is not, watch this, if I may. Sunday go to meet in churches under the rule of the ISUPK. That's not the kingdom. It don't make any sense to what? Put these Christian churches out of business and turn around and open them right back up doing the same thing. No. So let's get away from that. We gotta think Hebrew. My whole point is in the Christian church is just an easy target. My whole point is that your perspective, your perception has to be uniquely Israelite. It has to be uniquely Israelite. Shalom. Mashamka. How are you? Ma shalom. Oh, wait a minute. Ma shalomka. Man, y'all gotta catch me on these little mistakes now. Y'all just too smart. Y'all shouldn't be letting me catch myself. Y'all should be catching me and say, Salaki, y'all. You know, it should be Ma shalom. Ma shalom. That was just my lung right there. Ma shalom ka. There you go. Ma shalom. Because that's why I say if you learn the characters, you can fix everything in our language. Just because you took the time to learn the characters. Ma shalom ka. See, I said, how are you? Ma shalom ka. What is your peace? How are you? How are you? And what we got here? Shalom ya tawa. Shalom ya tawa. My peace is good or I'm fine. That was the bonus right there. And this one here is Mashamka. See that? Mashamka. What is your name? You see that? Everybody got that? If that's too confusing, do you have it now? What's going on? And if anybody besides Sister D want to chime in, feel free. Feel free. All right? And Sister D, I appreciate your support. I really, 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 really do. I appreciate you tuning in the classes. You may be the only other student I see somebody in. You know, so I appreciate you. I do appreciate you. Okay, we got numbers on the side of messages and shit. I don't know. Shalom Tawab, how is your peace? My peace is good. Absolutely correct. Shalama? No, I don't think we got Shalom Ya. I don't think we got Shalama. I don't think we got Shalama. We will have Shalom Ya. Let me see if I can find it on that board. I know it's up there. Ma Shalom Ka. I see that. Ma Shalom Ka again. Shalom Ya. Shalom Ya. We got Tawa. My peace is good. Shalom Ya. Not Shalama. You know, that sounds like a 70s group, 80s group. Shalama, you know. But, you know, it's Shalom Ya, sis. It's Shalom Ya. And y'all know these days, right before the Passover, right? I don't know about anybody else, but here in Detroit, it's like all types of attacks come on the people of the Most High. Time seems to be in short supply. Everything seems to be rushed. But what we're going to do is we're not going to rush you, not going to force you. We're going to take our time on this. And from now until we get to the Passover, and I can't wait to sit in Cap's class when he's teaching the La-Sha-Wan Kodash. I can't. That's one of the things I look forward to is to sitting in his class. Ashapari, oh my God, Cap Ashapari, my goodness. My goodness, my goodness, my goodness. You know, I just accidentally run across him on the internet, and all of a sudden now I want to study the La-Sha-Wan Kodash all over. You know, I just want to get deeper and deeper. This is our language, and I go slow on purpose because I don't know who out there that's starting with us here in Detroit that may turn out to be the next great La-Sha-Wan Kodash instructor in the world. And that's what we want. In Israel, nobody covets an office. I'm going to say that again. In Israel, nobody covets an office, no matter what it is. You know, everybody loves Commanding General Yohana. And I guarantee you, nobody is running around the ISUPK wanting that position. Let's not get it twisted. All of us want to help and support Commander General Yohana and obey. You see what I'm saying? We want to do all that. We just don't want to be him. We recognize the burden that's on his shoulder, and we praise the Most High for him. But that's his burden. Our burdens, we do want to handle. And that's learning this La-Sha-Wan or Dash, so that when we get into Houston at the B&H Ranch, we can interact with our brothers and sisters who we've never met. And I hope this go all over the place so they can be ready to interact with you. You see, in our own language. And let you feel for once how that feels. The first time you speak to the first person you ever met, right, from Ecuador or from Peru. And they look at you and they say to you in your native tongue, Shalom, Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shabbarakatah, or Shalom, Yahweh Shema Allah Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shabbarakatah. And where they from? They're from Peru. They're from Brazil. You see what I'm saying? What's that one trying to be white country that's our people too? And the white folks been trying to get them from Argentina, Venezuela, all down in there. You know, they're your people. They're our people. And to be able to speak to them and their oppressor don't know what the hell we talking about. To be able to speak with them and our oppressor don't know what the hell we talk. To me, that's just, you know, maybe it's a fairy tale, I don't know. But to me, that's the SH, you know what I'm saying? That is it right there. That is it. We ain't gonna hold you long, it's real busy. I'm gonna probably come back at you with a short class before next Friday. But we need you ready to move on. So take this little bit, take what we did last week, take this, and let's study it. So when we come back online on this class again, and we come online, when we do that, we ready to move on. We ready to move on. I just knew I was gonna get some conversation when I started talking about these names and how it's just an amazing thing to get your name or get a rent rate during the Passover. There's gonna be some people that get their names during the Passover. That is just so special. So, look for me in a few days. We're gonna be back with a shorter class, just to tighten this down. We're probably gonna do that from now until the Passover. Try to hit you a couple of times a week, just to get you ready, get your skills ready. You see what I'm saying? Get your language skills ready. All right. So, and that's it. Remember that Passover is in Houston, Texas, at the B&H Ranch, April 24th. But we're gonna be there from the 19th. Some folks there early as the 19th. I'm getting there on the 22nd, I believe, the 21st. Somebody else coming in at Friday, the 23rd. But we all gonna get there, and we're gonna have a wonderful time. This is the La-Sha-Wan Kodash class. I'm Officer La-Sha, 1,000, Priest and Officer of 1,000 La-Sha, coming to you out of Detroit, ISUPK, and we are the ISUPK, started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, in 1969. Today, under Commanding General Yohana, We traverse the earth teaching the truth of the Bible, and the truth of the Bible is that so-called black, so-called Hispanic, so-called Native Americans are in fact who? The lost children of Israel. Shalom, Israel.